Good morning. It is just after sunrise, but it's a cloudy morning, so it's hard to tell, but you can see right on the horizon, kind of through the trees, the light coming underneath the clouds. Kind of cool. So far this morning it's been very pleasant. Lots more cobwebs, lots more birds. One bird that I really would love to see, which I've been keeping my eyes open. There's a golden eagle. Or a few, I should say, golden eagles that are known to be in this area, and that would be so cool to be able to see them. Honestly, if I've ever seen a golden eagle, I probably either didn't know I was seeing it, or I just haven't ever seen one. Like in the wild, I've seen one, but never like just flying around. Anyway, so I'm gonna hopefully see it. I don't know what the likelihood of that is. Maybe 1 in a million, but I'm gonna keep hiking. It's perfect weather for me. Nice and cool. Oh, I already saw 3 deer this morning. Like, almost as soon as I get out of my car, I started walking on the trail, and I scared 3 deer out of their home or sleeping place because they were all laying down, because I saw them all jump up and then run off. I wanted to give just a quick, well, maybe it won't be quick. I wanted to give an MS update, and I think there's a few things that I've missed because as I've been distracted with just making other videos, obviously life continues on, and I have doctor's appointments and all that kind of stuff, and sometimes I forget to say it. So anyway, at the end of last year, like actually on the 31st, I had an MRI of my lumbar, T-spine, my back, and my lower back, and all that, and they found some bulging between L4, L5, whatever. So I have a bulging area. So that is an update. What's the solution? Not there yet. So that's that. So that's part of what I think is the pain. Not the only thing, but I think it's part of it. And then, just in the last few weeks, sorry, there's lots of cobwebs this morning. Just in the last few weeks, I went to see my neurologist again, and the MRI that I had right before that appointment still showed new activity on the brain, which means that since there's still activity, that's the activity of the MS. So when there's new activity, the neurologist has to question and wonder about drug treatment. So at this point, I'm still taking the same drug as I have been for a while, but that's about to change. But the other thing that's kind of threw me for a loop was that the neurologist, after spending a little bit more time with him this time, wanted to make sure it's MS. And I thought, my wife did too, like, wait, I thought we already did this. We already eliminated all the other mirroring diseases, like Lyme disease is the common mirroring. The O bands in your spinal fluid confirm that it's not Lyme disease, it's, at least in my understanding, among other things. So it may be NMO. Obviously that stands for something way longer than I'm even going to pretend I know. So we don't know yet. Anyway, by the time this video is edited and posted, I may, but that's where we stand right now, is that we are in the process of kind of going 2 avenues at the same time. Number one, I did a blood test to see if I am okay to take a new MS medicine. There's something they have to test for in your blood to make sure the new medicine doesn't kill you, and which is good. And then, so I did that blood test at the same time. I did a blood test to check on NMO. So it's one of those things, we are exploring both options at the same time. I have no idea what it would look like if it is NMO, because we didn't really talk about it much. But it is one of those things like, okay, it's still all the same pains and side effects and problems for me, so I guess that just means different medicines is really how I understand it anyway. And different long-term concerns. But yeah, buddy. Oh, you can see that. Yeah, it's a good. Oh, it got through to my socks. I can feel it. Anyway, so I don't know what NMO really, if it means anything. Maybe that's good news. Maybe it's bad news. I don't even know that much. So we really are just kind of trying to figure it out. I say we, just waiting for the blood tests to come back. It's been a little over a week, but we had to, I think they were both sent off to different places. So my hunch is that the doctor's going to wait till we get both back. Kind of a, here's what it is, here's what it isn't, here's what we can do, here's what we can't do kind of approach, instead of, well, we know we can't do that. Okay, well that doesn't help, right? So that's my hunch. But those are the main updates. Main updates being that we have new information, but don't know what it means. How's that? So we'll see. Whatever. To me, like I said, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I have the same fatigue, which has been terrible the last few weeks. I have the same headaches, the same back pain. Call it NMO, call it MS. I really don't care. But obviously I would like to take medicine that does something. It's kind of weird. I think that I calculated since the start of my initial diagnosis of MS, I have either been injected with or have swallowed over $150,000 in medicine. I think that's just crazy. So that's from September 2014, and now it's March of 2016. So we're talking like a year and a half. That's everything from, like I said, anything that's been injected into me, like steroids and that kind of thing, or the pills that I take. That does not include office visits, MRIs, all that stuff. That is truly just what has been injected or I have swallowed. About $150,000 worth of medicine. It's crazy. And the result is nothing. So there were a lot of other ways I would have chosen to spend $150,000, like pay off a house. When you think about how much money that really is, it's just mind-blowing. And to think that it's not done anything. That's what drives me crazy. Like, if $150,000 cures a disease or stops a disease or something like that, then that's awesome, you know, because then that, yeah, that's there's value to that. But to spend $150,000 and have nothing to show for it. Nothing. Nada. Today I'm doing a fairly long hike. I am, there's a big loop that, the total loop is 13-ish miles. It's the same trail I did in the snow with my yak tracks, but, I'm not doing the whole loop. I'm gonna do the first half, and then there's a trail that I saw when I printed the trail map that I've never known about. I've come to this forest for a long time. I mean, I came here in high school and hiked. Whoa, it's weird to think that was a long time ago. But anyway, we came here in high school, we hiked and came out here and did stuff. And never did camp here because you're not allowed to, but we've done a lot of day hikes here. And my wife and I have hiked this whole loop many times. I've run it many times. But anyway, so all to say, I'd never seen this trail on a map because I don't think I had ever printed a trail map before. Just because this trail is so well marked, probably the best marked trail I've ever thought of. I mean, I don't know if you've seen in the background all the yellow triangles. There's probably one on here, yeah, or I guess that going that direction it's a square, but they're like every third or fourth tree, so it makes it really easy to hike when it's in the snow. Another one, because in the snow you don't see the beaten path, and so it does make it really easy to hike out here in the snow. But anyway, so I had never seen this trail before. I don't know what to expect, but I'm gonna hike this first half of this big loop, which I'm guessing will be 6-ish miles, and then do this other little loop. It looks like it's maybe a mile or two loop, and then just walk the road back to my car. So it'll be a long day, but I brought snacks and I have plenty of water and all that good stuff, so pretty cool. And just since I started filming, it's definitely picked up a lot. Hike it on. It's a beautiful morning. Thanks for watching. Oh, go ahead, click like, subscribe, and share if you can. Hiking on, my battery's low. See you later. Bye.